Hi, Real Rundowns here. Today I'm going to explain an action-adventure film called Avatar: The Way of Water. Watch out and take care. More than 10 years after the occasions of the principal film, the film starts with Jake Contaminant portraying his unassuming and serene life as head of the Omaticaya tribe and raising a family with his significant other Neytiri, which incorporates his children Neteyam and Loak and his little girl Tuk. His embraced girl Kiri, brought into the world from effortlessness Augustine's senseless Navi symbol, and a human kid named Bug, the child of Miles Quaritch, who was brought into the world on Pandora, yet couldn't be shipped to Earth in cryostasis as a baby. While Jake can acknowledge Bug as an embraced child, Neytiri is incredulous of him given his human starting points. Notwithstanding, every one of the kids blend and mingle well with one another, including Insect, whom Kiri is tender with despite the fact that he is a human. Bug doesn't embrace his human legacy and feels more leaned to Navi culture and customs. They have an ordinary existence until one day they notice a weird star in the night sky. Unfortunately, they understand it's a RDA space transport with people getting back to Pandora to colonize it, raising another vitally working base once more, making critical obliteration Pandora. Among the fresh debuts in the boat is Colonel Quaritch, who has been cloned into a Navi body and with his recollections transferred from before his passing. Accordingly, Quaritch can't recall his downfall because of Jake yet, is simply ready to remember the occasions previously, and his wrathful mission to take out Jake. To keep the RDA from taking advantage of Pandora once more, Jake drives an essential guerrilla activity against the RDA supply lines, debilitating them. In one of the tasks, Loak, who resists Neteyam and is anxious to show what him can do as a Navi fighter, attempts to help Jake in fight, however is injured. Jake protects and teaches him to not jeopardize his own well-being by being wild. That evening, while at the same time keeping an eye on his injuries, Neytiri serenely reminds Jake to be not excessively severe with Loak, to which Jake communicates his anxiety as a dad for the well-being of his kids. In the meantime, the retaliatory strike on the RDA supply lines doesn't agree with Quaritch, who starts a hunt mission to kill Jake. During a fun-loving endeavor, Jake's youngsters alongside Insect investigate further into the rainforest. Unbeknownst to them, Quaritch and his group are in the area investigating the site where Quaritch finds his human remaining parts. An attentive Loak sees their presence and rapidly illuminates Jake. An engagement follows and Quaritch's crew catches Jake's youngsters. Jake and Neytiri show up in time and free the greater part of them, yet Bug is taken by Quaritch, who remembers him as his child. On board the boat, the RDA attempts to force data about Jake from Insect, whom denies. Evolving system, Quaritch tends to Bug as his child and furthermore to make sense of more about the Navi in return for his opportunity on his side. In spite of the fact that unagreeable and uninformed about Quaritch's genuine mission, Bug shows Quaritch Navi culture. Quaritch is likewise effectively ready to tame an Ikran flying animal as his vehicle. Realizing the peril, Bug's information on his whereabouts postures to their well-being, and furthermore to keep away from another disaster, Jake persuades a hesitant Neytiri and his family to expel themselves from the Omaticaya faction and retreat toward the eastern seaboard of Metkayina, a coral reef island whose tribe and way of life is adjusted to Pandora's seagoing natural surroundings. Jake gives his central mantle to his replacement and passes on altogether to Metkayina. Once showed up, they are welcomed by the tribe boss Tonawari and his better half Ronal, who is suspicious of them at first. Notwithstanding, Jake makes sense of their circumstance and they are consented to remain and given cover. Despite the fact that a few tribesmen criticize Jake and his kids for their hereditary human legacy, the family learns the methods of the reef individuals, gaining the appreciation of them. Kiri is entranced with the oceanic existence of Metkayina and fosters a profound bond with the ocean and its animals, while Loak gets to know Sireya, the little girl of group boss Tonawari, and his better half Ronal. While adjusting to their new climate, Loak gets into a battle with Sireya's sibling Aonung when he pokes an unrefined fun at Kiri and him of their blended human genealogy. Jake scolds his child for his way of behaving. At Jake's demand, Loak gets back to apologize to Aonung and his companions. Notwithstanding, they captivate him to an excursion into the region of a perilous ocean hunter, the Akula, and leave him abandoned in retribution. The Akula attempts to go after Loak. Nonetheless, Loak is saved by and becomes friends with Payakan, a tulkun, a canny and pacifistic cetacean species whom the Metkayina think about their profound family. Loak can speak with Payakan through marking and eliminates an old spearhead from the monster's right balance. Upon his revisitation of Metkayina, boss Tonawari, who became mindful of Aonung's deceiving of Loak, requests that the previous apologize to Loak. In any case, Loak assumes the fault himself, winning Aonung's fellowship. He is likewise informed that Payakan is a pariah among his species. In the interim, out traveling to a branch off of the Tree of Spirits, Kiri joins with it to meet her mom, yet experiences a fierce seizure. She is recuperated by Ronald, yet when Jake calls Norm Spellman and Max Patel for help, Quaritch can follow them to the archipelago where the reef individuals reside. Carrying Bug with him, he lays hold of a whaling vessel which is hunting Tulkans to collect their mind catalysts for making hostile to maturing cures. Quaritch starts to ruthlessly scrutinize the native clans about Jake's area. Bombing that, he arranges the whaling team to wantonly kill the Tulkans to draw Jake out. Loak intellectually connects with Payakan and discovers that the Tulkun was projected out in light of the fact that he conflicted with the methods of his species and went after the whalers who killed his mom. At the point when the Metkayina learn of the Tulkun butchers, Loak takes off to caution Payakan, trailed by his kin, Sireya and Aonung. They find Payakan being pursued by the whalers, and Loak, Kiri, and Tuk are caught by Quaritch. With their kids in harm's way, Jake, Neytiri, and the Metkayina set off on a mission to face the people. Quaritch powers Jake to give up, yet seeing his spirit sibling jeopardized, Payakan assaults the whalers, setting off a battle which kills the majority of the group and fundamentally harms the vessel, making it sink. Neteyam salvages Loak and Bug, yet is lethally shot. Jake faces Quaritch, who involves Kiri as a prisoner. At the point when Neytiri does likewise with Bug, Quaritch at first denies his child, yet halts when Neytiri cuts Bug on the chest. Jake, Quaritch, Neytiri, and Tuk end up caught inside the sinking vessel. Jake chokes Quaritch into obviousness and is safeguarded by Loak and Payakan, and Kiri gathers ocean animals to help her save Neytiri and Tuk. Bug finds and saves Quaritch, however passes on him because of his brutality towards the Na'vi and putting his objective to kill Jake's family over being his dad and turning into a decent man, driving him back to rejoin Jake's loved ones. After Neteyam's memorial service, Jake and his family choose to forever remain with the Metkayina. What did you think of Avatar: The Way of Water? Let me know in the comments below. If it's your first time, please subscribe to watch more videos, smash that bell for alerts for real rundowns. Thanks for watching.